People think their problems is their reaction. It isn't. The real problem is that you never learn to pause long enough to ask better questions. And if you've been following this series about the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you already know the danger of that, because humanity once built a supercomputer to calculate the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And the answer it gave, 42. But the computer said something even more important. The problem wasn't the answer. The problem was no one knew the question. And today we're going to talk about the place where the right question is born. The pause. This idea affects every conversation you have, every argument, every mistake, every regret. Because most of what people call personality is actually reaction speed. Something happens and your nervous system fires. Anger, defensiveness, fear, excitement. Words come out, decisions get made, and then later we say, why did I do that? The answer is simple. You never paused long enough to ask the right question. Later in this video, I'm going to show you one tiny habit that trains this pause. It takes one breath. But once you learn it, your reactions start turning into choices. The reaction machine. Human beings are prediction machines. Your brain is constantly asking, what's happening? Is this safe? What should I do next? But here's the problem. Most of those questions happen too fast for you to notice. So instead of asking conscious questions, you run old answers, old habits, old emotions, old emotional programs, old identity scripts. And it feels like that's just who I am. But it isn't. It's just unquestioned programming. The wrong question problem. Let's go back to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The computer calculates for millions of years and finally announces the answer to life, universe, and everything is 42. Everyone is confused. Why? Because they never understood the question. And this happens in everyday life. Someone criticizes you. Your brain asks the wrong question. Why are they attacking me? And now you react. But what if the pause allowed a different question? What are they actually trying to say? What part of this might be useful? What kind of person do I want to be right now? Different question, different reality. Rapid value delivery. Insight. Reaction is fast. Example. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Your body floods with adrenaline. You yell at the windshield. Insight. Choice is slower. Example. You pause. You breathe. You notice the reaction rising, but you don't immediately obey it. Insight. Identity is built in the gap. Do you ever become the angry driver or the person who stays steady? The difference is milliseconds. And here's the part most people miss. You can't install the pause during chaos. You install it during ordinary life. You train the pause before you need the pause, just like strength training. You don't wait until the emergency to build muscle. You train before. Here's the one breath protocol. It's the simple training method I know. When something happens, before speaking, take one slow breath through the nose. And do not respond until the exhale finishes. That's it. One breath. You just created space between stimulus and response. And inside that space, something powerful appears. Choice. I noticed something interesting in conversations. When someone said something sharp, most people fired back immediately. Like emotional ping pong. But every once in a while, someone would pause, just a breath, and suddenly the entire energy in the room changed because everyone else was reacting, but this person was choosing, and people could feel it. Presence has weight. What situation in your life right now would completely change if you inserted one pause before reacting? The pause does three things. First, it interrupts automatic programming. Second, it calms the nervous system. Third, it allows a better question to appear. And better questions create better lives. Here's the deeper layer. The real secret of the pause isn't calmness, it's curiosity. Because inside the pause, you can ask things like, what's actually happening here? What assumption am I making? What kind of person do I want to be in this moment? And now we're back to the Hitchhiker's Guide. Because life isn't just about answers, life is about learning how to ask better questions. People try to control their emotions. That rarely works. And the people who change their lives don't try to control everything. They simply train one skill, the pause. Because once you can pause, you can question. And once you can question, you can choose. And once you can choose, you are no longer just reacting to life. You are participating in it. The universe might not hand you the right answers, but it will always give you one moment to ask a better question. And that moment is in the pause. Love and peace, wisdom and understanding. Enjoy your day.